All right. Hi, this is Eric Peterson. I'm co-writer and co-creator of Space Bastards. You can buy Volume 1 and Volume 2 hardcovers at spacebastards.com. And we're trying something new today. I am joined by Simon Bisley. Hello, Simon.
Hello. I nearly forgot your name, Eric. Hello, Eric. Hey, my one line. I screwed it up.
That's all right.
I'm going to screw it up.
So Simon's worked with me.
I've been practicing that all day. Hello, Eric. Hi, Eric. Hi, Eric. That's it.
That's it.
What do you call it? Stage fright. Anyway, you can see Eric's made a great deal of it. Wearing a suit and everything, and combed his hair. I'm wearing a back top, very cool, very warm in my studio.
Yeah.
My studio is very cold, but it's warm. And we'll put some cologne as well, which helps everything. Makes all.
I can smell it from here.
Instant showers. It's Eric. I can see you're agitated and wish to carry on with the introduction.
I was just gonna say, so just to give some context, so Simon Bisley has I've known Simon for a few years now, but I've known his work for like decades, for the majority of my life, and I've been a very good big fan.
How old am I, for Christ? I'm like ancient.
Older than me.
You dug me up. You dug me up out of a fossil bed.
You're wiser than me. That's what I mean. And
I'm much wiser than you. Don't forget that.
But Simon has worked with myself and my co-writer Joe Aubrey on, I think to date, 3 different Space Bastard stories, and in my opinion, each one's better than the last. So Simon and I talked.
Last one.
It's what?
You paid me more than the last one.
I haven't paid you, or we paid well?
No, the reason why the third one was better than the rest because you paid me more, and he also said, Simon, if the third issue isn't better, we're going to fire you.
I did not say that.
Yes, you did.
I did not say that.
I'm just having fun.
But yeah, Simon and I chat all the time, but we thought it would be interesting maybe for people to see some of it. We don't know. So Simon, today I tweeted out.
We text back and forth, don't we?
Yeah, we do. Yeah. I tweeted out today to people that like Space Bastards, hey, I'm talking with Simon later today. Let me know any questions. So I do have some questions from the audience. A very basic one to get started is, what's your favorite thing that you've drawn for Space Bastards so far?
Probably had none of it.
All right.
It's also memorable. I don't remember what any of the characters look like, to be honest. Maybe just see if I can find a reference somewhere of what I did.
I've only actually seen you.
Oh, for Christ's sake, laugh.
I've only seen. I am laughing. I've only seen the original art actually for Chuck.
You're laughing inside.
I haven't seen any of the original art for the other 2. Do you still have those by chance? Were they in the vault?
Oh God, no. We'll talk about that later.
All right.
But it's all good. It's all good. It's all good. Well, you know what? My favorite character. I mean, it could be. Let me think. It's got to be Chuck.
You still like Chuck the most? Do you think?
Well, it's got to be Chuck because he looks like me. It just reminds me of me. I mean,
Chuck doesn't look like you.
Well, yeah, I based myself on Chuck. That was already a character that existed. But what I do is I jump into the character's suit. Like I did with Lobo, like I did with Slane or Judge Dredd or Batman. Any character. And with Chuck, I just found myself very much into the character. I just found myself, well, that's me, man. That's just totally me.
Yeah.
You ask me at a convention.
I do have to say, so the funny thing about Chuck on my end is the very first character you ever drew for us was Chuck, really. Because that was the very first thing. And Chuck, I don't think it's any secret or spoiler to people, but he doesn't wear a lot of clothes a lot of times. He's running around naked.
Well, he's a lot better shape than I am.
I don't think so.
Well, I don't know. You've not seen me without clothes on, and Lobo's a better physique than I am. Oh, Chuck, yeah, actually, we're very similar physiques.
Well, so one of the things that I always thought was interesting was like, Joe and I, when you said you would come on board at the time to do one issue,
Yeah.
my question to Joe, my co-writer, what we were trying to figure out was like, okay, if we only have one shot to work with Simon, what do we have him draw? What do we do? And we knew it was going to be the Chuck story, and it was going to be a story involving lots of drinking and all that stuff. But, typically it's very different, I think, than most of the work I've seen. Until I saw you do Space Masters, if you were to ask me what I know Simon from, I would be like, well, of course, Judge Dredd stuff, Lobo, Slain. And Chuck is like none of that at all. And so I always thought it was funny. Joe and I were always cackling the whole time you were working on that, because we're like, we get a chance to work with one of our favorite artists of all time, one of the greatest artists to come out of our species. And what do we ask him to draw? We ask him to draw this rotund fat man running around, getting himself into trouble all the time,
Oh yeah, but the thing is with Chuck is that I saw him very much like an Oliver Reed character. He was still kind of a tough guy, bit of a crazy guy, with some sensitivity, obviously, that he does have. So he's just a kind of cool character. I mean, I enjoy this kind of. I can way more with that or any other character. I mean, it's like us,
Yeah.
So and he's running around being crazy. Actually, I don't think he is crazy. He's not crazy. He just goes, just does what he likes us. But I think he's surrounded by so he follows suit, drive accordingly, and act accordingly to the environment he's in. But big fat guy running around. I don't think he's that fat. I kind of made him kind of strong. I made him more like a power.
Well, so there's Chuck. There's also Manny. He's
got magnificent muscular buttocks and thighs and arms. He's got a big gut.
He does have a big gut, yeah. And you've drawn Manicorn.
Manicorn was fun. We had problems with Manicorn kind of because I was going Lobo way with that.
That's right, yeah.
Immediately he said, well, but it's interesting because you're a bit worried about it looking too Lobo. But the thing is, I was the one who made Lobo look like Lobo does. So doing Manicorn Lobo-esque is naturally my would pursue it. Anyway, I can make. That's my style, man. It's DC style to Lobo. DC style is my style, so I would lend myself to Manicorn in my style, which would be Lobo-esque. You know what I mean?
Right.
But today, you're employing me. You're my master. You pay me, and I'm your puppet. Basically.
That's not true at all.
I do what you can't do, so you pay me to do what you can't do. So I'm basically, I feel quite strong about it. A lot of the time, that people have to understand if you're a commercial artist, as I am. Although I do fine art stuff and do my own stuff, whatever I like with my stuff, if someone's employed me to do something specifically, bearing in mind style and putting something into the character and adding to the character, you have a very specific idea in mind, and that's what you want the artist to follow, which is fine. I still feel very strongly that Manicorn could have gone a bit more manic, more crazy, and a bit more aggressive looking. But I respect the fact that you want to keep him a bit more meek and mild looking, so that's okay.
Yeah, I think you did. I think you wanted him to look more like Motorhead, Lemmy-ish. Yeah.
I mean, but you're reining it in a bit. Well, he's not that, so he's not. So it's fine.
Yeah.
You bastard, Eric. Fuck you. Anyway, yes. I'm at my system now.
Yeah, you feel better?
Me and Eric get on so well. Actually, we do get on very well, don't we, Eric?
We do. Yeah.
Good times, man. I really miss these conventions and shit and hanging out with you. Because we one thing about Eric, through day, night, dawn, winter, sun, snow, summer, anything else, doesn't matter what the environment is, the place is, you're always fucking there. Or always, You know what I mean? You're always there, but you never falter. We're always talking, and no matter what time, we're always at a bar, hanging out, talking, and having a good time. You know. So respect it. Anyway, your next question.
Yeah. So, I mean, along the lines of that, it's one of the things that I've always counted on is if Simon calls me, I will pick up the phone always. Like it'll be 1 a.m. I might be drinking or something. I don't care. I'm picking up the phone. Yeah.
Where's the work? You've done the pages, Simon? Yeah. Pick up the phone. Is he going to pick up the phone? Simon, is he going to ring? Yes. Is he done the pages? I don't know. He's going to ring. Simon, you done the pages? Yeah, sure. You know.
I've on more than one occasion I've sat next to you at booths like all day. You know what I mean? Back when we had shows, you know.
Actually, I would say Eric is, as opposed to myself, Eric is a very, very chilled, very cool, relaxed, and measured fellow. Absolutely, and very eloquent. And I think that's why we get on so well, you know.
I appreciate that. Thank you. Yeah.
Off the rack, and you kind of keep me kind of, you know, the straight. And God knows if there's two of me hanging out with me. God, can you imagine?
There's a.
I'm so bored of myself so quickly. But go on.
I've got two really good Simon stories, but one of them I'm not sure if you want me to share. So I'm going to share the other one. We were at San Diego Comic-Con like maybe a few months after we met, like right near the beginning. I'm like, Simon, where are you? I was trying to catch up with Simon all weekend, and Simon's like, I'm at the Marriott bar. So I go to bar, and I'm sitting there with him, and he's got a show. Simon has like a thing to go present at in like, I don't know, like 20 minutes, and we do a shot and we do a beer, and then 15 minutes later, you know, when we have like 10 minutes to get to the show, Simon goes, you want another drink? You want another shot? And I said, you know, Simon,
Hey, is that me talking there? Don't. Yeah.
And I'm like, Simon, you know, I just had a shot, and we have to like go walk through San Diego Comic-Con to get to this presentation you have to make. And Simon goes, he picks up a shot. He already had it ordered.
Presentation or prison? Pre-prison.
Presentation. Yeah. A panel. Simon already has the shot ordered, and Simon just goes, wrong fucking answer. And so yeah, I'm always I don't know. You said I'm a pretty chill person. I think I like you because of the opposite. You're always able to kind of get me dialed up, you know.
I think I do get the best out of you.
Yeah.
It's like, you know, many people that can be, you know, just you know, let's just want to rack it up, you know, and it's almost like getting to where we're going to be anyway. Listen, when you meet someone, sometimes when you meet someone at a bar, you meet somebody, or at a convention, for example, is that we have a very short space of time to talk to each other, get to know each other. So let's get straight to the chase.
Right.
Go fuck yourself. You go fuck. Yeah. Oh, good. Now we're good. Now let's talk. You know, whenever, you know, you fuck me, fuck you kind of thing. You know, and let's just hate each other straight away. Because that's going to go anyway. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
So I tell you what, one of the places I enjoy more than anywhere else is New Jersey, the New Jersey show.
Okay.
That puts on in New Jersey. I love New Yorkers, and Pete Gunn, the guys from New Jersey are great because they just straight up, fuck you, Bisley. You know, blah, 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 blah. You know, they say it like it is. They don't care, and they're a lot of fun. So it's I feel very comfortable around people like that. If that makes any sense. Yeah, they just they don't get. They don't give a fuck. They're not impressed. They don't care. You know.
No.
You know, have time. You know, and you know, it's just they've just bust balls, and I enjoy that a lot.
Yeah.
There's no aspirations. It's straight as it is, and as you are, and you know, you take it or leave it, and I enjoy that a lot. You know, I mean, a lot of time, you know, being that way can be misconstrued as being rude, but actually, that's me being friendly, and I see that as a way, you know, as people being friendly. It's kind of like tough love, you know, kind of thing. And that's what I grew up with all my life. You know, my dad was in the forces, and there's no with my father and his friends, his buddies. There was no conversation. There's no deep conversations and sensitivity. It's just like ball busting all the time. That's how they would talk to each other. That's how they got along. And that's how they showed their love for each other. You know, especially military wise. that's it. Just one-liners, this that, and the other. And when I left and started working, my first job as a young teenager was working on building sites with truck drivers and fucking manual guys and electricians and welders. It's just all, yeah, fuck this, fuck that. That's the way it was. It's all busting balls. So I came up through that and grew to be that way. So that's how I became. I kind of generally treat people and expect and see that as a way of being friendly, you know. So that's why we're New Yorkers who tend to be pretty straight up and off the cuff, and I find it a very comfortable place to be, you know.
Yeah. One question somebody asked today for me to ask you was, is there something that's been your favorite so far? Not in terms of characters, but just a scene or a panel, anything like that that's been your favorite out of everything you've done for Space Bastards so far?
Again, I got to refer to what I might have done before. I'm joking, Eric. I'll give you a bad time. You know the scene. You know name the scene I like. You know which scene I liked.
The dogs.
The ice cream scene.
The ice cream scene. All right. Don't. Yeah. No, it's. Yeah. It's my favorite too.
They're all falling and rolling around with shooting each other up and missing, and they run into an ice cream parlor. Ice cream's going everywhere.
Don't spoil anymore. It's people aren't going to see it for like 6 months or something, so don't spoil it too much. But but I think it's my favorite as well. I don't want to speak for Joe, but I think it's Joe's favorite. Joe and I always talk about it still and like crack up laughing. It's just so funny. Yeah.
Very easy for me to do. I find it very, very easy for me to do. But I do like the kind of more kind of those kind of shadowy, darker, kind of vulnerable kind of moments, you know.
Yeah.
I do really do like. Believe it or not, I'm a desperate romantic. Violence erupts. Violence is easy. You know, the romantic scenes and the spooky scenes I do enjoy a lot. And the interaction between people, you know, subtle interactions between people and environments and situations, you know, and atmospheric stuff I do enjoy a lot. Violence is the violence imagery is just like, you know, it's just ballet, violent ballet with some blood thrown in. And I never see it as gratuitous or anything, just as an inevitability that happens, but just see a kind of macabre beauty in it. But the thing is, what I really like about Space Bastards in particular, it is so much like what I was doing with Lobo, with Keith Giffen and Alan Grant. It's just off the fucking rack. It's off the rail, and it's just a crazy violence, and it's funny. And as violent as it is, it's kind of a bit Monty Python-esque. There is humor to it. We can't escape the humor. There is humor. It's tongue-in-cheek, you know. We're not as dark. It looks dark, but it's not really that dark, you know. Or is it, you know? But I think Chuck, for instance, was interesting because we depicted him not depicted him. He was depicted. Initially, I remember he was in a bar scene. He's a barman, and he kind of pretty laid back kind of character, but he was coming across more and more kind of extreme characters as he was serving them. You know, he's got his own shit going on, and a barman himself would be a sponge, you know. I mean, they're just like someone called automaton, just there, just absorbing all this bullshit, the crap, the dead, the bad, the bad. It affects them eventually. They're bound to absorb like a sponge, that kind of shit. You can only bounce off the crap for so long until it starts sinking in. So he became more manic, and I think it's interesting because he goes into a world that is this real or not real? Because it's so true of many things, you know, because it kind of goes into the kind of almost like the story as I read it and as I drew it, so it becomes almost like this kind of parallel universe dream state where is he living on this other plane? Like it's almost like you're in a dream. No, I had an experience where I was having a dream. I was in a dream, and I told this person in a place I recognized, sitting there outside of this gym complex outside, having a cola, a milkshake or whatever. Yeah. I said, I'm not here. I'm actually asleep, but this is just a dream, you know. So the thing is, that's why I find it, because I don't know where you and Joe are going with it. I know the narrative, the line, but you do go into the kind of surreal, and I'm not quite sure It's exciting for me to draw because I really don't know where you're going, but I enjoy where it's going. You know, it's a mystery to me, as such. So it's almost like I'm the reader, and it's in its own right. Normally, what I would do is I don't read the script like I did with John Constantine when I worked for Hellblazer with Shelley Bond, one of the greatest editors on the planet. She's a wonderful human being, man. Amazing. I really enjoyed working with her. But anyway, with that, what I would do is I wouldn't read the script because I want to see how it evolves. So for me, it's always new and fresh. But with Space Bastards, I do read it, and I'm still a bit confused, which is a good thing. Some of your favorite things, because it's cerebral. It is cerebral. You see the violence, but there is some cerebrality there, you know, which is interesting, you know. Yeah, and it's pretty fucked up. I mean, you got some fucked up ideas, man. I mean, I don't know. I mean, you intrigue me because I have no idea. You're such a laid-back, cool guy, you know. You will remind me somehow of an old Western kind of cool gunslinger. Do you know what I mean?
That's maybe the best compliment I've ever gotten.
What?
That's maybe the best compliment I've ever gotten. Yeah.
Well, no. But you think about it. I mean, that's why I love America so much. Is you meet these people, man, fascinating characters from all over the world, all over Europe, who settled in America for whatever kind of reasons. But you're such a great mixture of fucking individuals. And some of you have still held on to, not unwittingly, not on purpose, but you've held on to the old ways, or the where you came from. You know, it's still kind of embedded in you still, and it's still fresh. And it's always like preserving kind of cultures. You preserve them there somewhere in little pockets here and there. You know, you're amazing guy, amazing. America's just amazing for that. I enjoy it a lot. You know, because in Europe we're all kind of like, you know, we're just fucking been going on and on and on. But it's like America's a fridge, a refrigerator of time capsules, you know, everywhere in different states and different towns, places, you know. And it's almost like America's still evolving, and obviously, you know, still evolving, and you know, just a pot, you know, is moving and bubbling, you know. So yeah. So what you know what I'm saying?
I do. Yeah. No, I agree with you. We're really young.
What do you guys write? I mean, we write. We English, we write European, we write, you know, dark, mysterious, poetical stories, you know. But there's something more interesting about America, man. It's just a pot of fucking creativity. It's an unbelievable place for creativity, musically and literally and everything, you know, and theatrically as well. You know? So yeah, Space Passage. Yes, it's a head fuck. I mean, man. I mean, with Lobo, it's pretty much from A to B to Z. You know, we know we're going. But with this, I don't know. I mean, some of the best films I've ever seen, I'm not quite sure where or what I watched. So I've got to go back on it. That's what's good about good art, a good literature, a good music, is it maybe it takes a while just to go over it. It's not pop. Let's put it's not pop. It's disguised in a wrap of pop. It's disguised as bubblegum. But as you chew, there's more crunchy bits, and you get more sucked into it, you know. And I don't think you know where it's going to go either yet. Or do you?
Yeah. I mean, we're pretty crazy outliners. I mean, we outline everything. But I will tell you this, is that like we work really, really hard for those left turns. And one of my favorite things, well, there's two things I was going to touch on, is A, you always read into the characters in ways that I don't anticipate. Like you'll tell me stuff about Chuck or Manny or any of these guys that I don't read. Like I don't pick up on it. It's always unique and new to me. It's like hearing you talk about Chuck back to me. I'm always like, oh yeah, it's just always unique.
It's an assumption.
Yeah, but it's right. But it's still worthwhile. Yeah.
Assuming you assume we're all assuming that's how things create. That's what's wonderful about working with you guys. It's like I go back to Lobo. Is we really didn't know where we were going, because it becomes like you know, things follow one. We follow one follows the other. Who's following who? I mean, we don't know. I mean, clearly you have a construct. Basically, you have a kind of a general idea where you're going to go with it. But it's fairly, you left it kind of an aspect of it fairly kind of abstract, you know.
Yeah. So that's the other thing I wanted to touch on, is that one of the things I like a lot is that you read as you go. Like some artists that I work with will they'll want to read everything. They'll want to like sit down and read the entire script for like 2 weeks before they even lift up the pencil, all that stuff. And that's okay. That's fine. I like that as well. What I had to get used to with you was that you read the page that you're working on. And so one of the coolest things of that is that I can judge audience reaction and stuff on you. It's like every page that you're drawing is almost like a fresh reaction to what's on the page. Does that make sense?
Yeah, it has to, because I know I'll capture it as it is.
Right. Yeah.
It's like a poem. You write a poem, it comes with a cover, it's emotional, it comes to you. It just comes as a gift, And so then you encapsulate and keep it. But then what will happen with people like, oh, rewrite that, changing, fucking around the punctuation, and becomes formulaic and becomes used and played around with. It's fucked up. In original, it's a combination of two things. Taking it off the cuff, reading it as is, and following your initial instincts. Like everything you do, because that's the best creativity, is don't fucking think about it. Do it as it comes. So how you see it and how I see it may be different, but maybe the same thing.
Yep.
So I think you have to follow what I'm thinking. And we talk about, I mean, for me, best work with character, I see him in my world. But it's still ended in your world, and I'll reveal to you, didn't realize the character was, but then, well, yeah, as someone's doing, yeah, I get the character now. Because I'm giving him flesh and bones and blood. You're giving him a name and a character, but I've given him something that I put flesh on it. So I've revealed the character to you that you never really saw it as that deep or that had that much depth. So it's give and take. So it's a jive. It's a jamming. We're jamming a little bit, You're still in control because your character. If I overset the mark, you say, well, Simon, we're not going this fucking way. For Christ's sake, how much am I paying you? That kind of thing, which is not true. You don't do that. But what's great about you guys is actually, funny enough, it's very amusing. When we were in Ireland, wasn't that great? Well, Enniskillen, wasn't that the best place on the entire planet of this fucking world? It was so beautiful. Remember that little place around the corner? Those old ladies serving the coffee and the breakfast and everything. Yeah, this sweet little place and these wonderful people, all friendly and shit. My God, Ireland, go to Ireland. Trust me, you'll love it. They're beautiful people, beautiful people. And anyway, so yeah, and it's again, tiny little show. It was like a little building. So what's my point on this one? There's a point. Was there a point?
I don't know. Enniskillen still worthwhile.
It is. So that kind of generated something about this whole thing. Oh no, but I'm saying, yeah, but what I mean is, well, actually I'm just making this up, but it is also included in this. Is that part of meeting us, the writer, the artist, and everything else, other people involved in the show, involved in the book. When you meet at shows, you get to know each other. And I think, there is the guy in charge who's paying the bills, and you don't act that way as you are, but there's the artist who's kind of subservient to an extent. But if you have that kind of a relationship, then it's like it will be stagnant to an extent. You just follow the rules and follow what you believe you should be doing, opposed to being rebellious. Now I'm rebellious, and so I'll push you and push how you've done things to kind of suit how I feel it should be. And but we drink, we have conversations, we hang out with each other and everything else. So that kind of like that part of it is part of the writing process. You don't maybe not realize it's part of the process of me being an artist, drawing what how you perceive the characters, as you see the script. The more I know you, the more I feel comfortable with you, and or uncomfortable. Either way, uncomfortability is as positive or productive as acceptability, or one or the other. It can be negative or positive. Either way, it's a feedback, and it creates an energy. Hate, I'm gonna hate you, I love you, but I'm still gonna do the story because the money's okay. So it doesn't matter. I'm not gonna hate the book so bad as it. No, I'm gonna fucking the money's good. So if that makes any sense. But it turns out that yeah, we have such a great energy. The bug has a great energy. And I mean, working with Pat Mills, for example, he's one of the best motherfuckers ever lived. He's so giving, and so into what the writer, what the artist can provide, you know, or do with this, and just take it, you know, take it and go with it, you know. And it's and it's the same with you guys, and the same with Keith Giffen, and me, our working relationship, and what you have is that ability to be able to, you know, what is be man enough, proud enough, and strong enough to let it go, Say, you know what, I'm going to not be egotistic and say, oh, this is how I want it to be. It has to be like this. Don't change it. But you know, you're prepared to let people just go with it and see what they come up with, and whether you like, you know, you ultimately you'll say, you know, give your opinion, but you're very free on letting people just go with it and express themselves on Space Bastards. Space Bastards, got the word in. It took half an hour, but the word Space Bastards by Space Bastards. But no, it's great, man. Yeah.
Can I mention one thing? Can I mention one thing?
What?
It's one of my favorite moments too. Is that somebody, I forget who, somebody sent me video of you at it was you, Glenn Fabry, and Boo Cook were up on stage, and you started singing. You made up a Space Bastard song. Do you know what I'm talking about?
It's not very hard to make up Space Bastards.
No, it's not.
It might go like this: Space Bastards, Space Bastards, Space Bastards, something like that. It's not hard. Hey, anyone can fuck an orangutan can make up a song with space. Go on though.
No, but it was just funny because it was actually a panel where they were trying to ask questions and stuff, and you guys kept singing Space Bastards for like 15 minutes or something.
Story straight, brother, please get the story straight. What happened was we got on the stage, and because there's no guy, what do you call it? Who's the guy with the microphone? Who's that guy?
Oh, the moderator.
There's no moderator. There's no one there. So we sat there. Come on, guys. There's Glenn Fabry, fucking legend. One of the greatest comic book artists on the planet, and one of the greatest artists ever. He kicks my ass. He kicks everyone's ass. He's one of the best. Well, he's the best. He's you know. But not always. Sometimes I do okay. Hey, but anyway, I know with Glenn and some other guys, and it's me. Come on, we've been all day hanging out in Wales and this Area 51 show, Space Sci-Fi Weekender, the best show ever on the entire planet of the universe. Trust me. And come on, there's a moderator. So what are we going to do? We got Glenn Fabry and me got microphones, and there's an audience, and there's no moderator for like 10 minutes. So we decide to advertise your book and start singing Space Bastards. Well, we're singing Space Bastards, Space Bastards. Hey, Glenn, what is it? It's Space Bastards. Yeah, Glenn, everybody, Space Bastards. But we forget we're singing bastards. It's just like you say, it's like singing Batman or Superman. We get Space Bastards. We did, you know, so that's basically what happened. So we kept singing Space Bastards. And then the moderator turned it up, and we go, so who the fuck are you? What do you want? Fuck you, man. You're too late now. 15 minutes, we invented the song now, forget it. So we ripped his balls, and we didn't mean any offense at all, because we're just innocent. We're artists, you know. But we hopefully we sold at least another 3 books for you.
Yeah, no, I mean, yeah, it was a nice surprise. It was good.
It was fun. I tell you, the organizer of the show is magnificent. And I guess the thing is, to be honest with you, there's a lot of people there who really didn't know who I was or Glenn Fabry was. Certainly not me. I'm sure they didn't know who I was, you know. But it's just some fucking idiots just singing Space Bastards, you know? And thinking, well, this is really bad, you know. Who the hell's this? Because it's also like like a holiday resort at the same time as a convention. Okay, guys out there, imagine this. Imagine like a big holiday out a resort in the middle of nowhere where people can hang out and like Butlins almost, like a, I don't know what there is there, but it's people go there to camp and hang out, for a weekend. And there's also a show, so people come and just amble into a comic book show that's occurring, and people singing space battles. But I'll tell you something about the show. Anyway, I'll do a bit of advertising. Area 51 is a show that happens sci-fi weekender. It's one of the most amazing things that ever happens. In Wales, one of the most beautiful places on the entire planet. Trust me, beautiful people. I'll be brief. There's oh man, it's amazing. It's like a whole weekend where you live in this community with caravans and tents and a village, 2 stages with music and beer and creativity and like a convention, but it's just a self-contained convention. There's nowhere outside. Outside's like a border of it. There's nothing goes outside because there's nothing else outside it. So the thing is, people are dressed up, they're doing a fucking thing. They don't give a fuck, drawing, painting, doing music. It's like a life of bliss. There's no rules, no government, nothing except sci-fi and your own imagination. So people into Star Wars, Star Trek, and the different comic book characters, no one gives a fuck. They got every fucking type under the planet, but all being themselves, and no one bats an eyelid, and no one's judging. And I said I talked to some girl, I don't know, I talked about something and said, man, you know what, wouldn't it be great if we could live like this all the time? This would be just like we would live, And it was so creative, just art, writing, and talking, philosophizing, all these kind of things. But it's interesting because, but no one was, there was no rule. There's no absolute rule. There's no one in charge. But the people govern themselves by just not by like, oh, guess what? We're not governing ourselves. It's just naturally, everyone just merging together as one and enjoying the same thing in the same place. Same environment, the art, the music, the fucking writing, everything. And it was just bliss. It was like kind of like heaven, There's no one telling us what to do. We're shouting us or screaming at us or telling us how we should fucking vote or anything, There's no politics, just people, man, just fucking hanging, chilling the fuck out, Every kind of individual, any kind of person you can imagine, And it's such a wonderful thing, Yeah, I enjoy it, man. I enjoy it so much, Shows are great. Shows are great for that. Shows all over the world are good.
I've always heard great things about it. I've heard a lot about it from you, from Glenn, from Karen. I've wanted to get out there for a long time. So
it's amazing, yeah. I mean, San Diego's like that. Big, massive, giant hippie commune, really, kind of.
Yeah, it's just huge.
Hippie mentality, do you know what I mean?
Yeah.
It's not peace and love in the sense that everyone can just chill the fuck out and enjoy each other's company, enjoy each other as human beings, without being, any other outside forces trying to govern us and tell us what to fucking do and shove us around, The only politics you get is like, oh, do you like DC or do you like Marvel? That's it. That's the only thing, But I never understood that anyway,
No, I love both. Yeah. So yeah. Well, Simon. Questions? Yeah. Well, let me think. Do you have a question for me?
I do have something for you. Is there a time limit on this?
Well, I think I have to get a haircut, so I'm going to start landing the plane here.
Are you joking?
No,
it's not short because you need to have your fucking haircut.
I look at it. I have a job. Like I have a place I have to show up to every day.
It's a good look for you. It's a good look. Look at this.
I like it, but I gotta trim it. So
if you want to go, just go. I'll just go. I want to ask you a question because you have to go.
Oh, I don't have to go now. I don't have to go now. I'm just saying in like 5 minutes or something. So yeah.
I'm sulking. I'm getting up all that. No, I do have a question. I have a question for you. How do you deal with me continually interrupting you?
Like here or in life?
All the time. I mean, especially on this podcast, people go, "My God, doesn't he fucking go on and on and fucking on and on?"
No, I like it. I always like it. I like that you and I are not like, the exact same person. It's good.
It's only because I love you, man. I love you.
Yeah.
I love you. I mean, you know what? Because through thick and thin, you stick by me, and you're always there. Hell, are you still here? Are you still there? You're hanging out with me, and I respect that a lot. And you kind of steer me the right fucking direction. To my hotel. Some is that. No, I do want to ask you something. The way I tell you something, it's interesting because you la di da, we talk, we talk, fun. But when you do talk, when I see you talking to an audience, you kind of light up. And it's interesting. I sit back and go, hey, you know what? This guy's really, really got this shit together. And you have a vision. You have a vision of where you want to go with the company. And he speaks so very highly, not in regard to not the company itself, but regard to the whole thing as an entity, whole entertainment aspect of it. And he's very eloquent. He speaks very well. And I see a dynamism. Listen to this, my God. I would get a pay rise. So I said, don't want one. I've got enough money from you. It's that you do have that. You remind me get a kind of Stan Lee vibe. I remember you said what Stan going on about it. And you're saying the same. You have enthusiasm for what you do, and it's genuine. When you talk about it, you're not advertising your business is just not even selling your soul. You just really just talk about what you really believe in, and believe in what you're doing on the company, and you really believe in the artist that people deal with, work with. Do you love the process, you love writing, you love the artist, the comic, you love the entire thing, and that really exudes to me. And I enjoy seeing that. I look back and, my God, this guy can talk. You do very well. You're better talk in front of people comfortably like that. And especially in Enniskillen again, go to Enniskillen. It's amazing. And I really do wish you well, Eric. I really do. But I think many people like you were doing it for the love, and for the love. And the money. We've got to make money. But you do it for the. You suffer a lot. You suffer. God, you're suffering, but you're prepared to to really really work extremely hard and take some hits and to in order to make goal, achieve what you need to want to achieve, And he always looked after people. He looked after me. He looked after the artist, and to the detriment of yourself, I'm sure, to a point, So bless you for that. So my question is when are we going to meet again? That's the thing.
Yeah, that's my question too. I miss it so much. Yeah, again, if there's US shows, if you're coming to the US shows later in the year, man, I'm there. I will be there. I promise. I have to like get out of my house.
I hope, because the comic book community is tight as fuck, and we love each other. I mean, we do. It's like such a great vibe with these shows. I mean, that's our thing, man. We're fucking nerds. I ooze nerd. I am a nerd. I'm a physical lump of bone, sinew, and muscle of nerdiness. I mean, it's interesting. He's like, oh, hey, someone and Eric, how can you deal with all these nerds who come to the show? I'm a fucking nerd. I'm the big. We're the biggest nerds, man. We write, fucking draw this shit.
Yeah.
For you to know.
Here, look at this. Watch, I'll show you this. This is how much I'm a gigantic nerd. Yeah.
Nerd. We're nerds. And it's great. We're nerds. We do this as a profession now. And hey, guys, listen, what we do is we just can escape and rumble and tumble and fall into oblivion, into some kind of alternate place, some other worlds we can escape into, and that's what we want to do. Keep doing that, man. Jesus, let's not escape that. Let's not get all namby-pamby and shit. But let's just fucking enjoy it, man. Let's just get back into this vibe. I tell you what, but the comic book community and all I never call them fans, because we're all brothers and sisters, and we're a family. I see it as a family. People come to my table, a family. I'm surprised they come to see me. What we were. They say to me, "Oh, it's a pleasure to meet you, man." really? You want to talk to me? I'm always surprised you bother with me. And I'm humbled by it. And I think it's amazing. I'm very, very, very lucky that, you know, I have people that put up with my shit and are okay and enjoy my work, you know. We're very lucky, Eric.
We are.
Very fucking lucky.
Well, Simon, I appreciate the compliment earlier, and I was gonna say there's nothing easy about making comics. I'll say that. So anytime I get a chance to make a comic book with you, I really do appreciate you working through all that stuff with me, man. You know, it's always great. And yeah, let's do this more. Yeah, this is fun stuff. I enjoy talking about all this.
I've had my life. It's the traumatic experience talking to you. Again. Hey, let's gauge let's gauge blah 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 blah. Let's gauge the reaction from the listeners, and I hope this will be a regular thing.
Me too.
I don't like doing these things, Eric. I don't doing. No. Because I feel very. I just don't like doing them. I don't know why. I find it so pretentious and everything. A little bit like selling myself. I don't like to sell because I don't want to push myself on people. You know.
No, you're not. But, it's me, man. You're not doing it with me. So, like, I like it. You're not pushing yourself on me.
Guys out there go, oh my God, you know, I don't want to sell. But if people like this, we'll do more. But more questions would be fucking great.
Yeah. We'll get more questions. We'll get more questions. I also want it to like grow. I know Clint Langley would love to do. He mentioned he wanted to do this with us. I'll get Joe in here. We'll get like a little party going. It'd be nice.
No, Joe's done. He's out. I'm done with Joe.
You're done with Joe?
I came away from fucking England, Joe, all the way from England, because you were going to be here. Where are you hiding? What are you frightened of, Joe?
I can't wait for him to see this.
I'm not going to forgive you. Look at my big fat hand. I'm not going to forgive you. Hey, right, Joe, peace. Bless you. Hey, no, Joe, bless you. And I'll see you soon, I hope.
Me too. See you, Simon.
Well, my hand's stuck.
Your hand's stuck.